There's a time and a place for everything. Whoa, but I'll go on the fire they roll and the top of the boat gathering. But I don't have no time to mingle and sing. Cause I said I have to sing down to teach you some roots and roots.
Yeah, man, so I'm back on the groove. International Children of Light scenes in a day with no. So you know, so you can't do without light, because you know what? It's all about liberty. You know that your heart works because of a simple heartbeat, which resembles that of a battery. That the energy of a battery, that size. It doesn't take a lot to make your heart work. By the way, it's just it's not a, it seems like a complicated thing, but it's a very simple thing. It's just a in and an out, and when we find that we're overcome with a lot of our mental stresses, or it seems like, you know, stress that we can't handle, it's just called deep breathing, you know. So you know what, we are going to try to do that with this artist called Luciano. Listen to with the messenger.
To teach you some roots and culture. I tell them how to give me my job. That's all I am. See, I ain't gonna come up and turn no wood and stone. I come up and tea.
Alright, for the elite, if you never hear about Southern Crown, you know what? That's a pretty good deep breathing exercise, and from half an hour to just minutes at a time, you can be calm, collected, and ready to go. It's something, I'm sorry to use this analogy, but it's something like Iron Man. You just lock that guy up or her up in a room, and you leave it for a few minutes, and he's busting out of that room. And you know what? It's off to a good start. So you know what? That's what deep breathing is all about. That's what deep breathing does. It gives you the it makes you change into it puts on the clothes of that invisible armor of Jah, of light. So me I deal with, so listen to Luciano with a messenger. So me I deal with messenger. You know what? Maybe the best thing or the worst thing that my parents could have done was tell me to believe in God. And you know what? I never stopped believing in Him the first time that I first did. And that when I came to the consciousness, I told you before, I was about 8 or 9, that I realized that I was interested in the Infinite One Creator. And you know what? He became an absolute best friend. So, I don't know if you have a best friend, but you know, honestly, it's been a long road, and I feel like many of you feel the same way. And you know, it's that free will that seems to get distorted sometimes. You know, we have trouble with it. You know, so we share a relationship that you need to share. It's called power sharing. Let's listen to some little bit on Lady in the Streets. Yeah, man, so we know that today was, we're not gonna say the day, but you know, it happened in Toronto, and you know, some see it as a derogative name, but you know, that march was, it was a protest to so women could walk freely in the city without you know, any kind of abuse sexually, or you know, just inappropriate advances, you know, just to be able to walk down the street in high heels, and you know, that see-through top, you know, without without that feeling of being offended upon, you know, or discriminated upon, you know, as many of, not just women feel, but I feel like men feel maybe a small percentage the same way. There's no comparison. But what I'm trying to say to you is that the woman is a icon, and it should be respected at, if not all times, you know. So more power to women, and if without women we will all not be on this planet, with some agreement. So hey, lady in the streets. Don't forget Babylon in the street too. And don't forget to light a shine light upon the street too. Yeah man, see, then also the international children have light. So that's who we are appealing to, and basically for those you who know the infinite one creator and just needs to see a vibration that seems to be reaching high and higher, you know what I'm saying? So let's just get back to the music with a little bit, and they call her Lady in the Streets. Sounds like the church in the street. I don't know, it depends on who you talk to, but you know what? Yeah man. I should be able to walk on the street and find a church. How about you? Yeah man, so our main and one of our topics that we love to talk about, since basically, you know, we just gotta cut it somehow, you know, spiritual anthropology, genetic and maps. And so we are out and we are seeking and we are even searching for that one that might be, it seems like their free will has been taken away. It seems like for some reason they're not lost, but maybe to another world, as I've previously mentioned, you know, that some of us have a keener eyesight than others, and they're able to see through things and see a person maybe in a type of space that for some reason they're not able to break out of. And you know, I find that that space could be just mind space, you know, and that mind space is just somehow transferred into physical space, and the place that you find yourself in today seems like you just need to work your way out of it if you need to, in some way, fashion, or form. Yeah. And so the laws that we're following today are not really the laws that we find we should be following, for they're the laws of men. It's not even. So anyways, we're just gonna keep talking about what concerns and issues and policies might be out there that we might need to elude or even to forget about, because you know, truly your life is not going on an upward swing. It might be going on a plateau, and maybe even down in the bottomless pit, seems like. So, and you might even feel comfortable going and staying in that situation for a while, but you're not truly happy. And so hey, it's just something we just need to keep revisiting and rebounding on. It's the mind, and it always seems to be in some type of influence or some type of vibes. But you know what, I just want to remind you, just never forget light. Never forget that he is a person, and that seems to be the case. So at one point light became a person. Just we always need to remind ourselves that's just like we are a person, you know. And that's really how simple it could even get down to even starting from somewhere, even if you want to start over just with the concept of a relationship, right? And so here, Anthony Cruz singing band change.
I'll be a vibe we come to bring in on the session. It's the mindset we are gonna build it from start. So corrupt the speaker, them no let them feel it in them heart. Mr. Bassman, I beg you, mix me one drop, and if the keyboard no right, it can go make me sing flat. After the band change, me I go burn down the place, so put your lighter in the ear, better.
The mind is just like a tuner, just like a radio. It's a perfect analogy. So the radio is not much more intelligent than the mind, and so we always now need to hear that. We need someone to tell us that that computer, it might make millions of calculations per second, but we made that computer, and so we're capable of making much more calculations per second. It's just that we don't think of it, that's what we're doing. But every second, every moment, every action that you do or I do, that's basically what's happening. That's the truth. So let's just continue to some more article scripture lyrics with Anthony Cruz and change the band change.
Me a go burn down the place, so put your lighter in the ear, because you now watch no sense. After the band change, me a go turn up the heat, let me show them little boy how we lock down the street. After the band change, me a go take it to them, tell the promoters say no go record the people them a say. After the band change, them say a cruise take the show, and no me say it, and them say it, and that them say no. The show has just begun, the show has just begun. So grab your beverage and your food, cause it's an intermission. The show has just begun, the show has just begun. After the break we are go fun on the session. The show has just begun, the show has just begun. It's like a hybrid, everybody, it's an intermission. The show has just begun. Oh yeah.
Thank you.
It feels like heaven when I make love to you. There's no space in no one to care to you. I've done so much in love, so much in love. I'm falling in love with you, because I'm so much in love, so much in love, I'm so much in love with you. The other one make me strong. Together we won't. We keep on getting on and on. And if there's something, baby, you would have to try. All we've got to do is let our love us stronger. Cause I'm so much in love, so much in love. I'm falling in love with you. Because I'm so much in love, so much in love, I'm so much in love with you. It's my every day and my happy times, you're the one that's by my side. Never let me go, and that's a no-no. I love you till I die. Oh, love is forever. There's nothing to measure. Baby, what do I give to mine? Cause I'm so much in love, falling in love. I don't wanna be loved like you. Cause I'm so much in love, so much Cause I'm so much in love with you.